Today I'm going to tell you 10 things that I have learned as a 24-year-old living in this world. Now, just to give you some background, my name is Jeremiah. I'm 24 years old and I live in America. And the first thing that I have learned as a 24-year-old man is no one is coming to save you. And what I mean by no one is coming to save you, after your people who are taking care of you, whether that's your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your siblings, if you have adopted parents, whatever it is, once those primary people pass away and you're by yourself, no one is coming to save you. You got to save yourself. All that money, you have to make that. All the opportunities you get, you have to network and make those opportunities happen. Everything is for you. You will have no more backup. No one is coming to just give you $1 million, to give you a free house, give you a free car. And yeah, does that happen to other people in the world? Maybe 1%. But for you, most likely, that's not going to happen. You're going to have to save yourself in every situation. You're going to be your own backup in this world. There's no one going to be able to back you up. Because let's say you even have a partner, you can't even trust them to save you. So you always have to have that in the back of your head that you are in this fight alone, and you always have to make sure that you are okay first. Then you can worry about saving and helping other people. But you have to come first. You have to save you. The second thing that I learned as a 24-year-old man in this world is once you turn 18, that's it. Life is in a different stage. And what I mean by that is you graduate high school, you start getting a job, you start getting a relationship, you start paying real bills. I'm not just talking about a phone bill. It is hard once you turn 18. You have to really get into the real world. You really have to understand like what you want in life, because time is not going to wait for you at all. And that's one thing that I feel like every man out there, and not just men but women too, you got to understand. Once 18 years old, the real world is here. Now, the third thing I have learned as a 24-year-old is rejection will happen to you. And what I mean by rejection, I'm not just talking about the ladies. I'm not just talking about a job. I'm just talking about life opportunities. Everything in life will just, people will say no, things will not happen. You will plan, and it just won't go. The universe can just reject you. The world can just reject you. Maybe that wasn't meant for you. And the way how you have to get over rejection is let it go. Find a different route, find a different plan. And let's just talk about, for the ladies, for the men out there, if a woman rejects you, it's okay. Let it go. I don't know why some of these young men out here attack these women when the woman said they don't want them, and these guys get all emotional and start calling them names. Gentlemen, stop doing that. It is not cute. You're not gangster. You're not a thug. You look foolish. You look immature. You look spoiled. Do not do that. If a woman said she doesn't want to be with you, she doesn't want to talk with you, let it go. Go find another woman. There's plenty of women in this world. Stop with that anger when you start getting rejected, because life will happen. If you plan on living a very long life, you will get rejected in many different aspects of life. So that's one thing that I have learned. Now, another thing that I have learned as a 24-year-old man is be nice to every single body that you come across. When I say everybody, I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about the weird girl. I'm talking about the weird guy. I'm talking about the homeless people on the street, police officers, teachers, the cashier. You never know who can do what for you. You never know what type of door somebody can open up for you. And I'll give you a quick story real quick. I was nice to this one guy. He was a coworker. And this guy, he has put me on for my business in real life. He has put me on to different websites, different networking group websites. I didn't know that you can click on a link and you can get all this information. Be nice to everybody. Spark up a conversation. Just say hello, say goodbye. How are you? I like your shoes. Just give them compliments. Be nice to people. It's like a cheat code. All right, for all my gamers out here real quick, it's literally like doing a side quest and you didn't know, like, oh, this side quest pay a lot. Like, that's how it is when you're nice to people. You will get a lot of rewards in life. Be extra kind to people. Even if they're having a bad day or they're being nasty to you, kill them with kindness. You know what I mean? Once you kill people with kindness, I'm telling you, life changed. Just be nice to people. You never know who is who. You never know who knows what. You never know who can elevate your life and put you onto a next level. That is something that I take very seriously. I do not try to be mean and nasty to nobody, no matter how bad of a day I'm having. I just be like, you know what? I'm gonna just let it go. It is what it is, and I keep moving on with my life. But yes, be positive. When you walk in a room, you want to like lighten up the room. You want to be the light of the room. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Try it. If you're that person who walk around with a mean mug on your face, just try smiling at people, giving people compliments, and I'm telling you, you are going to be on the top of the list for a lot of people that they want to help you. If you ever have a problem, you're going to have, 5 to 10 people rushing over to you to try to help you with that problem. Another thing that I have learned as a 24-year-old is if you have both of your parents in your life right now, God bless you and you are blessed. I'm telling you. And the reason why I'm saying that, because everybody knows this by now, but I lost my mom last year when I was 23. I lost her physically, and my dad, my real dad, he's not in my life, and I lost him mentally. So I have no parents, you know what I mean? I'm by myself. I have siblings, yes, at school, but I'm talking about the people who gave you life on this planet, your mother and your father. If they are good people and you're still on this planet, you are very, very lucky. And I'm telling you right now, take care of them, treat them right, buy them gifts, because once that parent is gone, or parents, both of them are gone, you're going to feel it in your heart. And I grieved for many months, many months I grieved over my mother's loss, and then my father just made it worse because basically he didn't care. He wasn't there. You know what I mean? If you have parents, I'm telling you right now, this is Jeremiah, I'm telling you this now, and they are good to you and they're good people overall, cherish them. Real talk, I don't mean to sound emotional, but you need to cherish your parents if they are still alive, because you are going to feel it in your heart, in your chest, in your brain, in your eye, in your toe, all different parts of your body when they leave this earth. Now, another thing I learned as a 24-year-old man, all of your friends in high school, middle school, even in college, they will disappear. And I mean that. They will disappear if you do not maintain contact with them, if you don't keep up with them, hang out with them. And that's okay if some of them disappear, because guess what? You are going to outgrow some of your friends, and some of them are going to outgrow you. As simple as it is. I'll give you a quick story. I have friends, no names, from high school, from college, and I'll just give you 3 different scenarios. One of them, he's easily making over 100 grand right now. Easily. Outgrown me. He's making over $100,000. The second friend, he's still on the same old high school behavior. Going to the mall, smoking. Oh, when's the party next week? Then I have a third friend. He's into the baby mama drama, child support. He got to work extra hard so he can pay them child support so he can stay out of jail. You see what I'm saying? 3 different paths in life. But we were all together, you know what I mean? And we all went down different paths. So you will lose 95%. So let's say you have, I'm just throwing a number out there, if you have 10 friends, you might only have 1 by the time everybody graduate from college and, everyone split their... You might have 1 or 2 friends you still talk to occasionally, but it's not like before. You'll probably call them every, I want to say, 4 to 8 months. You know what I mean? So you're really only talking to them either 1 time a year or 3 times a year max. But other from that, you will outgrow them and they will outgrow you. And that's okay. Another thing I have learned as a 24-year-old guy is you need to have your business made, or you need to have a career made, or you need to know what you at least want to do by the time you're 24. Reason being is, if you do not, you will be stuck working at Walmart, working at Amazon, working at Target. I'm talking about just low-end jobs. You're probably making max, you're probably going to make $25. If you're okay with making $25, cool. But I know some people right now making $65 an hour, $100 an hour, $54 an hour. You see what I mean? Like, do you want to be stuck the rest of your life, or, for the next 20 years only making $22, $23, $19, $17? Like, no. You don't want to be stuck there for the rest of your life. So you need to either have your own business made, you need to have a side hustle on the side of your job that you're working, or you need to have a career that you want, whatever that may be. Whether you want to do HVAC, whether you want to do plumbing, a police officer, lawyer, a car mechanic, something that's going to, you can do for the next 30, 40 years of your life. But you have to make sure that you are making good money and that you have freedom. Because you don't want to just be working those regular jobs where you only can pay your bills and only go on vacation once a year. You don't want to be like that, and you're living paycheck to paycheck. I'm telling you, by the time you're 24, it's not going to be a good look. So start working on your career now, or start working on your business. I encourage everybody to push forward in life and don't limit yourself. Keep going forward. Always want more for yourself. And there's nothing wrong with working at those jobs that I mentioned before, because we are going to need those workers. But let's be honest. Do you really, really want to work at Dollar Tree or Dollar General or Family Dollars for 40 years of your life? No, you don't. No, you don't know anybody that says, yeah, I want to work at Dollar Tree for 40 years of my life and just make $25. When the last time you heard somebody say something crazy like that? Always want more for yourself in life, gentlemen and ladies. Always, always, always want more for yourself. Now, another thing that I have learned being a 24-year-old guy is money does not bring happiness, but being poor brings stress onto your life. I'm not telling you to make money your God. Do not do that at all. Money should never be your God. There's only one God in this world, and that's Jesus Christ. But being poor, wanting less for yourself, or saying, you know what, I'm fine with living this mediocre lifestyle, that shouldn't be your mindset. I'm telling you, don't do that. You don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. And if you have kids, now imagine this. If you have kids and your son or daughter say, hey mom, hey dad, I want to go to Disneyland. And you say, oh no, we can't do that. I have to work an extra 3-4 months to get that money to go to Disneyland. And I'm just using that for example. It could be anything. It could be a trip. It could be a present they want. But do you really want your kid to feel that way? Like, oh man, mom and dad have to work an extra 3-4 months just so we can go do something fun. No, you don't. So that's just one lesson I learned. Like I said, just want good for yourself. Feel comfortable. We have to use that word more. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to be wealthy, but you want to feel comfortable, you know, and not only for yourself, for your family. Another thing I have learned being a 24-year-old man, time moves so fast. I remember when I was 16. I remember when I was 20. I remember when I was 23. Now I'm 24, and in January I'm turning 25. Isn't that crazy? That is insane. Time moves fast. And ask anybody from any age who is from, I want to say 30 to 50, did time move fast from when they were 18 years old? They'll tell you, yeah, time does move fast. So don't think you have all the time in the world. Yeah, you got your 20s and your 30s to figure it out, but dude, by the time you get in your 40s, 50s, 60s, you're going to start feeling pain. You can't move the way you used to. People are going to start looking at you differently. And think about it. Years from now, let's just say 10, 15 years from now, technology is going to be different. Clothes are going to be different. Even the vehicles you see people driving are going to be different. So the world will always elevate. It will always evolve. It will always keep going further and further, with or without you. Now, this is for my gentlemen, but ladies, this applies to you too. Do not change yourself or your goals for a woman. I'm talking for gentlemen. Ladies, do not change yourself for a man. And what I mean by that is, if you have set goals that you want to achieve, that you know will change your life in a positive way, do not change them for somebody else. That person that come in on your team, that person that you want to hook up with and you want to spend the rest of your life with, they need to be aligned with your goals, and you need to be aligned with theirs. That's how we got to match. You know, you can't be out here mixed matching relationships. That's how people break up. That's how a lot of broken homes are created, because both people are not on one accord. That's one thing a lot of us need to go back to, being on one accord. If you're not on my team, if you're not want to do what I want to do, and I mean like in the goal setting way, if you don't want to go higher with me and let me achieve what I got to do, just stay away from me. And, you know, that's how the world needs to be. Do not be out here changing your life and going down the alternate route that you know is not going to benefit you in a good way, in a positive way. So please, gentlemen, ladies, be on one accord with whoever you like, and stop letting the looks get to you. I know, you know, they might be muscular, they might be beautiful, they might have long hair, you know, a big butt, whatever the situation is. I understand looks get to a lot of us, but you got to let that lust go. And that's another thing, gentlemen, lust. We all deal with lust. Every single guy on this planet deal with lust. I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter if you slept with 100 women. It doesn't matter if you're a virgin. Every single guy on this planet has looked at a woman or has dealt with some type of lust that he's seen on the internet or even in real life. So we got to control that too. And the last thing that I have learned as a 24-year-old guy on this planet, nobody owe you nothing. Nobody on this planet owe you nothing. Nothing. It doesn't matter if you've been locked up. Doesn't matter if you got abused. Doesn't matter if your girlfriend cheated on you. Doesn't matter if you lost your job. Doesn't matter if you've been robbed. None of that matters. Nobody owe you nothing. And gentlemen, we need to get that through our head. Ladies, I'm talking to you too. Nobody owe you nothing. You got to get that through your head. You can't be entitled to this world. There's a lot of entitled people. Trust me working out in the field, you know, I have seen a lot of entitled people. They think the world should be just hand it to them. They think everyone should just bow at their feet, and it doesn't work like that. You have to get out there. You have to earn your respect. You have to earn your deeds out there. Nobody cared where you came from. Nobody cared how you struggled. Nobody cared that your mom left the earth early. None of them. Nobody cares about that. Look at me, for example. Nobody owed me nothing. I don't expect nothing from nobody on the streets. Why should I be owed something? Why? Because my mom left the earth and I'm practically alone? Nope. Nobody owed me nothing. Simple as that. It's the hard truth, gentlemen and ladies. It's the hard truth. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody owe you nothing. Get up and grind. Get up and keep moving. Keep moving forward. There's two things in this world that you can do. You can either sit down and lay and cry until you can't cry no more, or you can get up, wipe your tears, keep moving forward, and trying to live a good life. That's all you can do. You keep pushing forward, or you give up. Which one is it going to be? And for me, I know I'm not giving up. I got to keep pushing forward no matter what, because I have a long life ahead of me that I want to live and I want to fulfill. I'm not saying I'm going to change the world and be some type of superhero, but I'm definitely not going to sit over and just lie on my back and, let the world consume me. No, you got to push forward in this life. And it's the hard truth. A lot of people don't want to hear it, but hey, what can I tell you? But if you are watching this video, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yes, I am talking to you. Thank you. I really do. The fact that you sat here, watched my video, and listened to everything that I have to say, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. And please, can you leave a comment and just tell me one thing? It doesn't need to be a long paragraph. It could just be one sentence. Just please tell me, what is one thing in life that you have learned? Share it in the comment section below. I want to actually read it. I will be responding. What is one thing that you have learned that just changed your life? The hard, cold truth. Life is a game. You're either going to play the game or you're going to quit. Simple as that. There's no other way to put it. Remember, Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior. Make sure you stay humble. Make sure you stay positive. Please make sure you stay safe out there. And peace out.